Something crazy just happened. n8n has raised $180 million. Unless you've been living under a rock, you probably know a little bit about n8n. But for you rock dwellers, here's a quick breakdown. Essentially, it's a tool that you can self-host, you can easily run it with a Docker container, and it gives you these really nice node-based workflows to pipe information from different tools through to LLMs and back, and you can store context and do a whole lot more stuff. It's pretty awesome. But I was literally listening to a podcast this morning where someone said that they had quite a bit of trouble setting it up, and that's what we're here for. So we have put together an n8n sample to make it dead simple for you to deploy your own n8n instance to your own cloud account. Let's take a look at it right now. Okay, so here we've got my demos folder. What we're going to do is defang generate, and I'm going to search for n8n. There it is, and I'm just going to call it n8n. You'll notice these config values, which we are going to need to set to get everything up and running. All right, so here we have our n8n project, and you'll see it's pretty straightforward. Just 2 compose files, a readme, with some important information that you should read, and we're basically good to go. You'll see here that we define those config values that showed up earlier. So I'm going to do defang provider equals AWS, because that's where I want to deploy today. I'm going to set AWS profile to defang lab, because that's the account I want to deploy to. And I will say defang config set, and I'll choose my Postgres password and set it to random so we get a nice strong password. All right, I'll do the same with the encryption key. Here we'll make sure that our database connection uses SSL. And I'm going to set this to false to accept unauthorized certificates, because we're not doing any certificate validation on the certs provided by RDS. So we are using SSL, but we're just not checking that we have a valid cert from RDS. Okay, so now I'm going to run defang compose up, and this thing is going to get up and running in my AWS account. I'm going to let that run, and I'll get right back to you. Okay, so you can see here that it has deployed, and I will open this in my browser. And here we go. So I'm going to do defang.io. And let's go. No. Just going to throw some random stuff in here. And yes, or skip. Okay, so here is n8n. Okay, so this is n8n up and running. You can build anything in here. We're not going to dive deep into how to use n8n, because that's not the point of this video, but I will show you one thing that you should know about, which is, okay, let's click on this, try a pre-built agent, and we'll do an email triage agent. So in here, let's double click on this, select credential, create new credential. And here's the important thing to understand. In our code, we've got this and this. And what's going to happen with these 2 environment variables is we're going to see the n8n name, so the name of the service, in these variables, and we're going to automatically replace that with the public DNS of the service. So if you uncomment domain name, you'll see your app's domain name that you need to hook up. But Normally, you'll see something either like this or with just the service name. Both of them are acceptable and usable. We replace it with the simpler version, so just the service name without the port. And so this is the URL that you will put into your OAuth configuration if you want to be able to connect to Gmail and other Google services or other platforms. You can see here that our n8n service is deployed in an ECS cluster. You can see the task up and running here. And we can head over to RDS. And see our database instance is up and running as well. If we head over to Route 53, you can see we have both public and private zones so that our app can communicate internally with our database using its hostname from the Docker Compose file, as well as the public zone that we use to actually access the n8n user interface. So that should give you everything you need to set up n8n, deploy it into your own AWS account, and configure it to start building your own AI-driven automations tied to your Gmail account, to your calendar, to whatever APIs that you want. Give it a shot. Let us know how it goes. Show us what you build. We love to see what people are deploying with Defang, and we hope that this makes it easier for you to deploy n8n into your own cloud accounts. Happy building, and see you in the next one. See ya.